Hey guys and gals, what's up? This is Gimli1357 here, and I'm going to be showing you how to get the Bowelwhistler achievement in Outlast DLC Whistleblower. That's a anagram, or whatever they call that, where the letters can be rearranged to make another word. Anyway, that's to beat the DLC Whistleblower on the highest difficulty, Insane, which means you can't die, and it's really hard. So, I will be making this guide similarly to how I did the Outlast 3 achievements for Energizer, Claustrophobe, and Lunatic, which is speeding up and cutting out a lot of the cutscenes, because, that's so disgusting, that guy. So yeah, I'm going to be speeding through a lot of the cutscenes and stuff like that, and parts that, well, mostly just the beginning, because that part's obvious what you have to do. But the main point of this guide will be to show you how to avoid some of the more difficult enemies and to time things and navigating some of the really dark areas, because even though you can reload your batteries in this one, like for Energizer, you can reload your batteries, which was so nice to be able to do, and hide. It's great. But yeah, I don't really hide too much because I like to try and just run through it and get it over with. And the batteries, it's just mostly to conserve it because you can only hold 2 batteries at a time on insane difficulty, as opposed to, like, was it 6 or 5 or 6 on normal difficulty. So yeah, I try to show you how to conserve that, and I go a little overboard. You can use your camera a whole lot more than I do in this one, using just the batteries that I show you, because I don't even use up a full battery in the, like, whole first part before you lose your batteries. But yeah. Yeah, so we're good at this part, you know, watching that guy getting tested on by GLaDOS and After Science for the great good. I don't know if it's really, but, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna head out back here, go back to get your laptop, because you're a software engineer, and software engineers don't go anywhere without their laptop. Why would you leave the laptop there, though? Like, I would have smashed it like he's about to before I even left the room, because it's a really bad idea to just leave that sitting back there. Anyway, he tells you you're about to volunteer for all this stuff. I'm like, I did not sign any paperwork that said I would sign and volunteer. I didn't sign anything that said I would sign. Did I just say that I did? Anyway, we're going to be continuing this guide. So, yes. The main things you have to worry about is pretty much all towards the end. Isn't that great that they put the really hard part at the end, so that if you fail, you have to restart the entire thing? Anyway, time to start Whistleblower. I've said anyway a lot. So, this is where the game will really start. Once you get your light anesthetic that apparently was in his fist and foot, you will fall forward and grab your camera. And there's a couple parts, like I said, that I will do a little bit differently, that you could do them in a way that might seem safer, but I've never died doing it the way that I do it, and it's a whole lot faster. So I'd rather just do it the way that I do it, and it's easier. So, yeah. Once you grab the camera, you just have to kind of wait here for the guy to open the door, which will happen right about when your screen flashes, which is right about now. Hell, look how good I am at timing. And when the door opens, he'll come in here and he'll call you a pretty flower. Don't really know what that's supposed to mean. He's got the creepy glowy eyes when you get too close to him. By the way, have your gamma turned up all the way to maximum. It'll help. Your near to things vision will be increased, which is why his eyes glowed. When you run through here, you're going to want to turn right immediately and grab a battery. That's the first battery that I'm going to pick up right there. And then just sprint. I just sprint the whole way down here, and I go to the right first. The wall rider will push you. Then head to the left and open the door. You can go to the left right away, and he'll push you and then kind of run around him, but he could corner you, and that could just be bad. So, this guy will kindly ask you if you would like to partake in his meditation forms of clearing your mind and I'm like, no, I think I'd regret doing that thing that you're telling me I would do if I didn't regret. Regret. And yes, I think I am very special. I think everyone here is very special. So we're going to wait for that guy. Apparently he wants you to get some red on your hands, and then you'll be caught red-handed. This guy's just like red all over, so he just take out the handed part. Go through the door, run past him, run all the way down here, open the door, run all the way around the boxes, and through this door. The door will close behind you immediately, and so you don't really have to worry about anything. Once that closes, you're clear. And then you'll get to eavesdrop on the guard and doctor as they discuss things about getting to the shortwave radio. And apparently, they can't hear a dude crawling through the air vents, which I'm imagining would make, some noise. I mean, you can hear it as you're crawling through it. I think I'd be able to hear that. But anyway, you'll climb along here. Once you get down, for some reason, the thing you have to push is glowing. It's kind of convenient, but push it. Once you get it all the way to the edge, you'll say hi to that guy who's like, yo, dude. So you just say yo back, open the door, and head to the right. Then to the right again, then to the left. Follow the wall rider. The wall rider will go down here and into this room where you'll see the doctor. And you're like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, doctor, you have helped me. Let me help you. Here's a head massaging. And, clearing your mind. So then I'm just going to wait for the door now. And the door will eventually unlock, and then you can open it up, and then bookie it because the wall rider is going to appear again. And you'll have to run into the decontamination room and in. And, the wall rider gets really close to you a lot of times and just never seems to really bother you. Where everyone else, it seems, the second the wall rider's around, everyone dies. So, yeah. You'll climb around here, climb up on top of the boxes, and down here to the red flashy light. Head into the first door on the left. Then you'll do a bit of a ziggy-zag part. And this is the part where you can start panicking, basically. Because this is where it starts getting fun. And then you can see what that guy saw. See what I did there? And then that guy's head will explode. Apparently he was really smart. His head couldn't contain his brains. Head to the little door on the left and turn left. I turned right because I'm stupid. Turn left. Hug the left wall. Just keep hugging the left wall as you head left. And then hug the left wall some more as you turn right. Open the door. And there you go. You can use your camera there if you need to, but you don't need to. So climb over that box and over this little bed frame and stop right before the boxes. Just kind of hang out right here. Because he's going to come around the corner and he's going to stand there. Just kind of watch his silhouette. And as soon as he starts to walk back, then start walking after him. Now I'm walking full speed without sprinting. Just walk full speed, pushing the analog stick fully forward. As I'm walking around, I go around these boxes just in case he's really close. You'll see he starts to come back. Now, he could do one of two things. When you're standing here, he could either come into the room, or he could go out into the hallway. Now, he comes into the room. So what do? I go out into the hallway. If he goes out into the hallway, go through the door that he just went through there and go through the room. Go the opposite of what he's doing. Then run all the way down to this hallway, open this door, run straight forward, open that door. It is directly in front of you. Don't turn at all, just run straight forward. Then turn right and through the hole in the wall. Pretty simple. Again, use your camera if you need to. You have a ton of battery life in the DLC. A lot more than you did before. And don't forget the key like I almost did there. That would have been terrible. I don't know. I guess I think that guy still does open the door if you do forget the key, and that'd be bad. And then when you get to here, just sprint. Just sprint full speed. Don't worry about it. You can see, I couldn't even see him there. I looked back twice and I couldn't see him. And just run. He never has caught me when I've sprinted. So just do a full sprint and it's the easiest way past him. I don't really know how else to avoid him other than just sprinting past him. Then when you get down here, somehow he immediately got to this door. I don't know how he got there that quickly. But yeah, he'll push you under the thing. And, for an old, kind of looks like a scraggly old, skinny dude. You'd think you'd be able to, overpower him with your two arms against his one arm, but apparently not. So he puts you into the frying pan because he apparently didn't think you were hot. So then you have to start pushing X to break through the wall. And again, apparently you're really weak. I guess you know, software engineer, you're a nerd. You know, we nerds aren't that strong. So you want to climb up the ladder. And then that dude will fall down here. And it's the same sound effect that was in the default game when you push the button on the elevator and make the body fall. And I at first thought, I was like, is that the elevator shaft? That'd be awesome. That would have been an awesome homage. I'm kind of feel let down. Red Barrels didn't take advantage of that awesome opportunity to have it be the body that Miles Upshur pushes or makes fall down. That would have been awesome. But anyway, it's not. But it's the same sound effect, so it's still cool. Then the wall rider's gonna come zooming on up right here, and again, goes right past you. It's like, you know, the wall rider kills everything else the second it sees it, but you, yeah, we'll let you live. I mean, I'm not complaining, but then you'll head down here into the dark, hit the wall, and turn left. And hey, look, there's a light. Let's not go to the light. Let's go into the darkness again. Head back into the dark, hit the wall, turn left. You're going to head up here, and you will find a little thing right there. Grab the battery. That little thing is a battery, by the way. Then you'll head back down here and turn right. Now you're going to head towards the light. Must move towards the light. I'm going to head towards the light. Now, I use my camera completely here because this part's dark. Go down here, go to the door on the right, the library, then head straight across. You'll see he's right there. Just head straight across and go in a circle around all the garbage in the middle of the room. He'll go in the same circle and then go to where he was standing, towards the light, and then down here. It's really pretty simple to avoid him there, but it's good to use your camera. Now, I use my camera a couple times there because there's junk in the hallway. Not too much because there's not a lot. There's a lot more in a future hallway, which you'll see soon. Then you'll open this door, head down through here, and that guy will say hi, and he's laughing so hard once you turn off the laughing gas. That's what that is. That's just laughing gas. Don't worry about it. And then you open the door, and then go in here and turn right. Now, you'll see this guy who is headbanging on the door. Apparently, he's like, you know, the drummer of some super heavy metal rock band. I don't know. Then you'll open this door over here and continue along through the darkness. And hey, look, it's not really that dark anymore. So you'll open this door. Now turn right, jump over this, and open the door directly on your right. Right over that little bed frame. Now, walk forward till you hear the saw and the music gets a little creepy. Then climb up into that vent, which apparently I'm like incapable of doing because it takes me a little while to finally get in there. And just kind of chill out for like a second or two. Then drop down onto the other side. Run through here and go to your right. There's a door with a flashing light next to it. That's the one you want. Again, climb into the vent, which I'm, again, incapable of doing. Finally get into the vent. Go up here. And this worked with every other vent. You just walked right across these. But no, this one has to open up. Door starts breaking down. So you just open the door and walk through the crack on the wall. It's really not that. You don't really have to worry about anything. So once you go through here, you'll open up this door. You'll run down here. And shadow. And what's weird is if you look, there's not really anything there. So I don't really know. I don't understand what's going on. So then you'll open this door. And that guy will tell you to go away. Listen to him. Because if you just stand there, the game will never end. And so you'll open this door up. Now what I do here is head to the right. Towards the red flashy bright light that is clearly a warning signal to stay away. So that's where I head. Now I don't go in there. I just stand here till I see him. Now he theoretically could come from the left, but every time he's come from the right for me, because I go over there. If you went to the left, he'd probably come from the left. Anyway, just go the opposite direction that he comes from. If he comes from the left, go to the right. If he comes from the right, go to the left. It's pretty simple. So I did go to the left, and I ran over this thing, climbed up, and down into the gas room. Then you will go over here to the valve that has the exact same sign as the one that was at the very end of the Outlast default game, which says, do not turn this valve under any circumstances, or you will forfeit your liability of life. I don't know if it says that, but it's in really small print. The resolution, you know, they compress the image. You can barely see it. Anyway, go down here. Now, I head to the right. Same direction I came from before. Again, theoretically, he could come from this way. He doesn't. So, I just bookie it. If you see him, just turn around and run back the other way. But I just run to the right and then through those 2 doors and then down to this gas chamber. Once you make it to the gas chamber, you're in the clear. You don't really have to worry about anything because you'll never see him again. You'll never have to worry about that psychopath. Then here I reload my batteries because there's one on the ground. You can see it wasn't even half gone yet, but hey, why not? Free battery. Then you'll go into the next gas chamber. And see the weird doors darken. Then you'll go around this little zigzaggy thing, and I always do this, run into the wall, and then turn around, walk back out. Now, this part isn't really dangerous, but it's confusing because it's really foggy. So you just kind of hang along the fence, then go down here, then make a left, and head towards the light. Get scared by some random thing that's like, seriously, dude? Then go through the bloody fence wall thingy-mabob, and then head down again to the left, and you'll kind of see a light in the distance. Go towards that, but avoid those 2 guys, because I have had them hit me once, and I think they could kill you if they wanted to, and I just rather not risk it, so just kind of stay away from them. And then you'll go back here to this guy who's going to start pounding on the door and screaming at you. And then you'll just kind of go and watch basketball. And see, this guy is like the head player of his game. Then you'll head back over here, and this guy's going to come yelling and panicking, running down there. And again, avoid him. He has a bat. I don't want to die. Just kind of chill out for a little bit. Then go through the fence. Now you're walking on the fence. You're on the fence about this one. Then you'll continue along through this little hallway thing and up the ladder. And again, like I said, not a whole lot of dangerous parts. There's a couple, but not like where you're really like worried about dying. It's mostly just so foggy you can barely see. So go through the hole in the fence and continue along through here and turn right to that little door. Then right again to that little door. And then left to this little door that you have to open. And then left to this little door that you don't have to open. And stand here. Just wait, because the 2 nude dudes that were in the original game are back. The two nude tourists are back. They're looking for directions. Apparently Miles wasn't the first one they went to. They also went to Waylon, and yeah. This guy tries to give you a heads up that the game is going on, but apparently you didn't listen, so he calls you a spoil sport. So just run down to this little doorway. That guy will push you. Usually he pushes me back, and I get stunned, and then I have to run through again. That's normal, but for some reason, it just kind of let me keep running. I just went, ah! Yeah, just keep running. Go through the hole in the fence. And then walk along here. Now, you just have to keep running along here. I hang to the left because this guy is going to come running past you on the right. And I just don't want to run into him. So then you climb up the ladder. Again. And you're almost to the radio tower. And you'll find this one guy up here who's just pondering the facts of life. So just completely ignore him and open the door. And run through here. Again. Wall rider chasing other people and killing other people that aren't you. Then run into this little room back here. Open the door. And you will find the radio room. And you're finally ready to leave Mount Massive. And you're getting on the radio. And then just like, seriously. Like, you know how expensive that equipment probably was, dude? And he just like, no, I couldn't keep my mouth shut because if I had it shut, I couldn't breathe. Well, I guess I could breathe through my nose, but you know. It's a thing. So anyway, he'll leave. Then you'll want to hide behind this little thing that's in the middle of the room. It's like a, I don't know, overturned table or something. Just kind of hang out here till you see the shadow, and he'll start kind of walking. So you want to walk to the left. Go around the left as soon as he's around the other side of the shelf, and then he'll start chasing you sometimes. I have actually made it out there without him ever spotting me. And that's actually more common than him spotting me. So I walk around this first shelf here because otherwise you can get stuck and messed up in there. And then just keep running. And you can see he's pretty far behind. He didn't even make it to the doorway before I got to the crack in the wall. So you don't really have to worry about too much. But yeah, worry a little bit about Walker, Texas Ranger. Then you'll see something rather familiar. Kind of reminds you of down the drain, down the drain, down the drain. The only way down is down, down the drain. Then you'll go down the drain, and you'll continue along here. This guy says you don't even look human anymore, which I'm pretty sure is racist. So you'll continue through the darkness before finding the lightness and redness. And now I use my camera here because it's really dark and there's lots of stuff in this hallway. This is the hallway that I said there's lots of stuff in, and I use my camera in. Now, he's not really close behind you. I've never actually seen him at that part. I just know the music's intense, so I assume he's chasing me. So, yeah, don't really get too worked up about that one. Then head over here to the right. And as you head to the right, you will find a door. Open that door. And then head down here into the light. And you'll find this little hole in the wall where there's, for some reason, wind. And sewers. Have such great memories of the sewers. Something to do with the Walker Texas Ranger. Then you'll head over here to the left and make a 90-degree left. Head straight over here, and you can see the doorway kind of. Just run through that. I mean, again, I'm overstating this. Use your camera if you need to. Hopefully that'll be the last time I say it, maybe. I don't know. You'll see a guy over there who's working out. Then you'll pull the lever and just keep going. Just yeah. And then you'll go up here and up the steps and then to the right this time, going back through the doorway and towards the light. Must move towards the light. And then something will shock you. So it's a shocking discovery. So then you'll head directly back where you just came from and down here. And yeah, I'm glad I recorded that part the first time I was just happened to be playing, because I wouldn't have known to go back down here. I was too stupid to do that. Anyway, pull the lever and then this guy's gonna punch you in the face right away. So you'll just run right past him. Now I use my camera a little bit this time going back up because I'm being chased. This is a life or death situation. Don't want to die. I choose the life part of that, life or death. So you can see he was close to me there, but then he's pretty far away from me when I get to here. You know, you're faster than him. And so you'll go down here to the door, open the door, run down here, and once again, there's the wall rider who just passes right by you, doesn't care, and kills someone else. Hopefully that guy who was chasing you. So you'll go through here to the left, open the door, and then turn left. Then you'll jump down into the water, and spooky, the light goes out and there's a splash in the water. And then you just keep going through that splash and find the ladder, which you can, I'm not going to say it, but there's a silhouette that if you need to use that thing that you could use, you can. Anyway, go through the hole in the fence, look up, watch that guy who had a failed skydiving attempt, and open the door. And now into the giant spiral staircase. And I don't know why this part sticks out to me, but for some reason, there's several parts along climbing this that look so photorealistic that if you told me this was a photo taken from a lighthouse tower in France, I'd be like, why'd you take a photo of a lighthouse tower in France? That's probably what I would say, but I would believe it. It looks like really real on some parts. I don't know why this tower sticks out to me in this game, but it really looks good. Anyway, jump over here. And apparently, being a software engineer, he hasn't worked out his upper body strength and can't pull himself up onto the top of this board, so he falls all the way down onto concrete. And somehow falling like what looks to be 50, 60 feet, breaking through the roof. I guess the wooden roof softened his fall before he fell another 20 feet onto concrete, so that explains why he just walked away with, you know, a little black and blue. Then you'll turn left, go through this little hole in the wall, and turn left again. Then climb over this little bed-mabob thingy, and turn left again. Then go through here, and go under this little box. This area is just amazing. And I mean that as in, it's a maze. It's so stinking confusing that this is where I would suggest using your camera a lot if you need to. Dang it, I said it again. I said I wasn't going to say it, and I did. So, you can see I do use it here. It's dark. Now, you're not really in danger at this part, so you don't need to, but if you don't want to get lost for an hour, go ahead and use it like I do. I realize I have a ton of battery life left, so that's why I'm like, I don't really care too much. So you'll find this guy who's hanging out, and walk forward. You'll kind of see a silhouette of a board. Walk towards that board, walk around the board, and through the crack in the wall. And then this guy will say, yo, dude, we need you now to join the Avengers. Don't know why that just came to my mind. But crawl through the crack in the wall. And that guy will say that there's a rat. I didn't see any rat crawling on the floor. I mean, I didn't really look, I guess. And they're small, they're fast. I guess there might have been a rat, but that guy apparently has really good vision. He was able to spot it immediately. I didn't see no rat, but there could have been. So continue along through the wall. Go through the little hole in the wall on the right, and then head to the right, and then over this little box. And just keep running along here and to the left. And now this is a part not through that door. You have to run around the box. And that's why this part is just confusing. I can never remember the right way to go. So go through the like holes, cracks through the wallway. Now this is the part where you actually have to worry because it's a little dangerous. You have to climb up over this little box or over wall. And this is where he shows up. And I just kind of stand here until he gets to the light because I don't want him to head to the left and then meet him face to face. So I wait till he's running after me, then I go around this little zigzag, open the door, head left, and then turn right. I get confused again, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, right. Right. It's right. And then right again. And up there. You have to jump over that little bed. I have gotten killed there because I forgot to turn right. It's embarrassing. Don't do that. So then you'll climb up here and you'll go down the steps. Down the steps, down the steps, down the steps. And then you'll see the light in the distance. Head towards that. And just keep going along here past all the sewing machines and things. And see the most, according to Waylon, it's like the most miraculous thing he's ever seen. It's so disturbing. Ugh. Like, that was seriously a moment that just made me stare, like, for a minute when I first played it. I was like, what am I looking at? And then I opened the door. Oh, wait, I don't. Oh, never mind. I just saw the next scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to have nightmares. Then you'll just have to walk back around here and hide behind this little table. And this part takes forever because he is so stinking slow. Apparently, he thinks that, you know, slow and steady wins the race in the race of love, but apparently not. I mean, maybe he's going on the other thing of, you know, nice guys finish last, so he's trying to be incredibly not nice. I don't know, because he's definitely not nice. Anyway, he'll finally get over here. And again, just kind of hiding back here, and then as he goes around the table, you crawl under it, and then bookie. Bookie, bookie, bookie. Bookie like it's the 60s. Don't know why that has anything to do with it, but do that and then open the door. Then open the other door. Then run down the hallway. Then guess what? Open the door. Then you're going to climb through here. You're going to have to push this thing out of the way. Now do 2 pushes. You'll see it slides once and then twice. Now the door is ready to open. The reason I say that is because sometimes you can push those like 4 or 5 times, but you only need to really push it like once or twice to actually be able to open the door. So push it twice. Then run around all the sewing machines again. Climb over this little table. And this is where he cheats and warps to you. Because as soon as you start pushing this, no matter how far ahead of him you were, he's going to warp into the room right now. So push it again twice and open the door. And then run through here and then to the left and jump into this little room where the ladder is. And I don't know why Waylon couldn't figure out that it might be a good idea to, I don't know, grab onto the red part that wasn't falling apart, you know, and just kind of hang on there. But I guess he'd rather fall down and get stabbed in the leg. Oh, look, I've been impaled. Then you'll want to look up here because you don't have a choice. And he's up there staring at you. And he's like, who'd rather die than be with me? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, sir. I would much rather die 1,000 times than be with you. Yeah, definitely. So he decides to crush you in the most amazing, like, superhero way by turning on the slowest elevator in the world. So simply walk off that. If you do stay on that, you will die. I did actually try that once because I was like, is this thing really going to kill me? I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it does. So you'll want to open that door, and even though you're limping, you can still sprint limp. So you'll want to sprint limp along the blood stains. Just kind of follow the blood. And then through the little hole in the wall. Now, this part, I try to hide in the locker right away, and I forgot. I knew this already, but I forgot. You have to open the door first. Open the door. Well, try to open the door. Then you hide. If you just stay in there... I've never waited that long, but I assume he just kills you. Yeah, I try to open the door, then I hide in here. And then he shows up. And the most disturbing cutscenes of all happen. So, we're just skipping past those parts. Then you'll get your clothes back on. And you will grab your camera. And then you'll head to this doorway right over here. And head to the left. You want to head on the left side of this. Now, what I do is I hide behind this little table right over here. And something happens that never happened before. And I did this part many times. I just hide behind this table. And he walks along. Stands there. He usually doesn't stand there. But he did this time. And then he stops right there. And normally he kept walking. And so I'm like, I don't want to run. He's too close. And so he turns around. Now I'm like panicking. Because I'm like, what if he comes over here? What am I going to do? So just hang out here until he's far enough away. So he goes over there. And then he comes back. And he starts walking over this way. So I'm just like, well, I guess I'm booking it. So I do. And he doesn't spot you. He is kind of blind, thankfully. I mean, you can kind of see his eyes don't look the greatest. So you'll run down here, and he'll, once you get to there, no matter what you did, the music will get intense, and he, quote-unquote, spots you. So you'll just keep running down here and open, or go through this door on the right, make a quick left, don't go the whole way down to the end of the room like I have before. Open that door, and then run down here and open the door on the right. I always think that I'm supposed to go left there. Open the door on the right. Then you go left once you get through over that table, and then you jump out the window, Superman style. Except I don't think Superman had an impaled leg. So yeah, he tells you to just go, and he's mad at you again. It's like, seriously, dude. It's like, just one moment you're like, oh darling, and the next moment you're like, meh. So then you'll want to just climb up here into up the stairway, open the door, and turn left. And go through this little fence. Now you're at the very last part of the game. Well, part you actually have to play. Grab that battery right there. There's the last battery that I will pick up. And this is also going to be the last time that I'm going to reload. Not quite yet. I save it. I savor it. Savor it. That guy's so disgusting. Anyway, go through here and then climb into the vent. See that guy who tried to climb through the vent? You can see his feet in the other way. I don't know why he tried to go through. I don't know. And then you'll go through here and just don't look up. Just, there's nothing up there. There's just nothing up there. It's just, there's nothing. Just keep, yeah. So right about here's where I reload the battery, because I realize I'm not going to use the whole battery up no matter what now. I kind of look around just to make sure that there's not a door I'm supposed to open, just because I'm starting to have brain farts and be like, I think I remember what I'm supposed to do here. Then you go down here, grab the key, the shadow appears, and if you turn around and actually watch, he just appears. He just poof into the room. Again, he is such a cheater. Then you'll go back here and push the box out of the way. Again, 2 pushes, and the door's ready to be opened. Once you open it, run straight across the hall into this little room. And then hide behind this little box. And he'll start coming in here, slowly. He'll walk, looking around, trying to figure out where you're at. He'll start walking around. Now, I walk around to the left. You want him to kind of go to the right. It's the easiest way is if he goes to the right and then you go to the left. Then jump over this and just sprint for it, baby. Just limp sprint your whole way down here. And just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And you're there. Then climb up into the vent. And this is where you can pretty much do your early celebration because you did it. Yahoo! Yeah. Climb over the table. We're so excited. We finally did it. We got away from the psychopath. It's so amazing. Yeah, teabag. Okay, and then just keep going down here until you get to the light. And then go to open the door. In the ways that you open doors, of course. Then start to open it, and of course he's just like, no, this is not good. And he's like, just, it's like, he says that you betray him. You know, I don't know what he thinks what he's doing. I don't know if he thinks that's not betraying. You know, I think hanging someone could be considered slightly more betrayal than what you did. So, yeah, you have to just kind of hang out for a while at this part before you can do anything. And you're just kind of waiting because you're just chilling and struggling, and for some reason apparently no one else tried this tactic. I guess they already looked like they were dead before he put them up here. But then you'll like start to break down, and he's like, no, no. And then you'll go down here and just keep doing the right stick thing. I've never failed that, but it looks like you come so close to not being able to do it. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what, but yeah. Make sure you do that, because if you fail that part, you will be miserable. I can just imagine. And then he'll get impaled again. Another impaling. And, yeah. He'll kind of look at him up there. And then you will continue along back to the doorway. I film him, again, just like Trager in the original one. I'm just so happy to finally see the end of him. I'm just like, yes. And again, I do like Waylon's note about that. And then you'll continue along here and open the door. I had the same pretty much comment that Waylon had, except I wasn't trying to not. I was just like, yay! Yay! I'm so happy! And then you'll continue through the door, and you'll see something slightly familiar. And this is the part where I love how they like add this whole area is basically just like, I don't know, an homage to the default game. It's so weird to think of it as a default game. It seems so much like a sequel slash prequel. I mean, it is, but, you know, it feels like a separate game, even though it's a DLC. And it's like, wow. They have so many homages. Speaking of Trager, there he is. And, yeah. Lots of cool parts here where you get to see things from the default game. And it's, like, exciting. Except that you realize everyone else is still kind of screwed. There's no hope. No hope at all. Because Hope was killed by Miles. Miles killed Billy Hope. So there's no hope anymore. So then you'll continue along here to the left and then to the right and just keep walking along here. Again, there's the burning place where the dude was. Seems like not all that long ago. And you'll just continue along here. And this part should especially seem familiar once you get down to right about here. Which all the doors that you went in before are all bolted shut. I don't know why. Well, most of them are. They're like bolted shut. You can't see the area where you climbed in. But you can see this part right here is where I was like, especially like, I know this. This is familiar. So you'll want to just run along here, admiring the view. It's interesting to see the place with daylight. Like, it's actually more lit up. It's not as dark as it once was. So that's kind of nice. You'll go down here and see him. How am I still alive? Because I'm a whole lot better than you, apparently. It's like, you have all the power and everything, and you can't make it out of here. And then he's like, you know, all stabby, stabby, swish, swish. No one can know. Well, you know, and a lot of other people know. So, I guess that's why the Wall Rider just comes and kills him. He's like, well, if no one can know and you know, well, I guess you have to die. And that was my second happiest moment in the entire game. First was when the guy got impaled. Second was that part where I was just like, oh, good. Just all the bad guys are just getting annihilated. It's so great. And then you'll want to just hobble your way out the door once you finally stand up. Because, I mean, this time I'll give him a break. I mean, he did just get stabbed in the stomach, so, yeah. I'll give you a break. And then you'll hobble along here. Again, in the daylight, it's so different to see this place with sunlight in the distance. And the beautiful, encouraging music. It's just like... It's like, good job, dude. You did it. You saved the world. Slash, just one little insane asylum. But you can consider it the whole world, you know? Then you'll just get out of here, okay? Yeah, just go. And so you'll steal Miles' Jeep. Because I don't know. He just is like, yeah, sure, why not? He doesn't, I don't know if he recognizes. He's like, huh, that says Miles Upshur. You know, that's the guy I think I sent that email to. Seem to remember. Don't know. Anyway, you'll see him. Speaking to Miles, you'll see Miles. And he's like, you did this to me. Now go. Now, at first, I thought you just, like, narrowly escaped him. But then I realized he's kind of pushing you out. He's like, get out of here. Go tell the world. So, you know, Miles does actually help Bark. And, yeah. There it is. The Wall Rider Project. And here it is. The final time you're the computer. The way the first game started. The way this game started. The way this one ends. Is at a computer. The way everything has been done. Was at a computer. Everyone you love is because of a computer. The right thing to do. No. Yes, it is. Actually, it is the right thing to do. So, all you have to do is push the button. Push the button. And you can see I do not hesitate super long because I'm like, screw them. And there you go. Once you push the button, you get your bleep bloop. Achievement unlocked, Bowelwhistler. 150 gamer score for completing the Whistleblower DLC on Insane. So, I hope you enjoyed this little achievement guide and the other ones, and tune in Gamer's Guide on Gimli1357.com for more achievement tips, reviews, and guides. See y'all later, folks.